Hey Pisces, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your energy check for January 2022. Happy New Year. And we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. My angels and guides of the highest vibrations are talking to your angels and guides of the highest vibrations. And they're telling me what it is that you need to hear for your greatest good in your present time timeline so that you can do what you need to do for your most benevolent outcomes. Here's the Nine of Swords reversed. I'm going to put this back in, but we're going to note it. Excuse me, Pisces. And this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Okay, here we go. We're going to do an old wise tree spread and then just kind of see what wants to happen based on what kind of messages are coming through today. So here we go. We've got the King of Pentacles reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed, Five of Wands reversed, Ten of Pentacles, Temperance reversed, the Star, the Sun reversed. We've got Justice reversed, Ten of Wands, Three of Wands, the Tower, right in the trajectory. I want to say right in the kisser. That's kind of a strange thing to want to say. So, let's check that out. Here's the World, here's the Three of Cups. And here is the Hermit next to the Three of Pentacles at the heart of the situation. All right, we're going to do some clarifying also, but let's get around here. And I will clarify with these. This is Lenormand, the little bluebird deck. Okay, the first thing that I'm seeing, aside from this Tower, but we're going to get back to it. The first thing that I'm seeing is the Sun card. So the Sun is reversed. There's some kind of, what I'm hearing is happiness decision that needs to be discovered and needs to be made. Okay, and here's the deal. I love this deck. She is completely connecting with the light downloads that are coming to her from the sun, the central galactic sun, through our sun also. Here she is, open to receive those, and this is reversed in the big picture. So something needs to happen, Pisces, in order for you to open to receive these light downloads that are coming at you. What also wants to happen here with the sun in the big picture is raising a frequency. So your guides are asking you to get into a habit of meditation, get into a habit of raising your frequency, of breathing, grounding, connecting to source, connecting to self. However it is that you want to do that, there's something that needs to happen in order for that to happen more cleanly, securely, clicked in more solidly somehow. Maybe just be more present. Being more present can click you in really quickly with what it is that you need. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying. Here's the dog. This is about what I'm hearing is being friends with yourself. And then you're calling yourself lovely. Maybe your guides are calling you that, but being friends with yourself, lovely. Okay. And here's the Ten of Cups. This is about really indulging in what makes you feel happy and safe and like friendly. This is friendly advice. Oh, I get it too. It's about feeling cozy. When you feel cozy and calm and neutral and safe, you connect with your higher self and you can listen from your heart space. So it's getting yourself into that place. And if you know how to get yourself into that place, there's a need for it right now. Let's look at the heart of the situation. We've got the Three of Pentacles, and this is all for me about self-validation. It's also about amending agreements. releasing agreements that are no longer working or making sense for what you're doing in present time. And here's the Hermit. Here's some healthy self-reflection around how you're going to self-validate and what kind of agreements make sense in your life right now and what kind of agreements no longer make sense. This is going into your own energy, clearing your own space in order to do that. This is ending partnerships that do not work any longer. Here's the Mountain. So these are partnerships that are now feeling like challenges. There's some kind of communication around this that you have received. And this communication can be from your higher self. You've received information from your higher self about how this needs to play out, what kind of relationships or agreements you need to have and be aware of. Let's look at this Hermit. And the Hermit is talking about, I'm even hearing, you've got your own story to tell. You have your own story to tell. You have your own book to write. Excuse me. Sheesh, Pisces. Throat chakra stuff. So speaking your truth, you've got your own book to write. You've got your own story to tell. Here's the 10 of Pentacles too. This very much is something that other people would see as a resource. So this is going inside and finding that book in you, finding it. This is also releasing agreements that you've had in the past that aren't fulfilling this new endeavor. And how you tell your story very well could be a book, but it could be all sorts of different things. How you tell your story could be your story that you tell about your business. It could be the story that you tell about your family. It could be, a novel, of course. It could be, actually writing a book, but this could be how you communicate your story to others. This can also be how you change the story of you, how you change it, your stories, how you saw your stories in the past, how you see your stories in the future. This is a complete reflection of how you want to be now versus how you were in the past. This is really interesting because Cancer had something similar in the looking at the self completely differently in 2022 energy. Let's take a look at happening now and into the near future. We've got Temperance reversed. There's some kind of patience that is needed, but there's also some kind of imbalance going on. So what kind of imbalance is going on? And it has to do with house stability. What makes me feel solid, safe, and secure? And there's also this King of Cups here. This can be a romantic person, but this can also be the action-oriented masculine energy of doing. What makes you feel in love with self, in love with life? What makes you feel solid, safe, and secure enough to feel in love and safe and solid? Let's take a look at this King of Pentacles. So this is all coming and stemming from this King of Pentacles reversed. This type of energy for me isn't awesome energy. It is not. It's like energy that tries to knock you off your pedestal. It's energy that tries to, it's somebody else's energy who's trying to gain access to you and control over you by making you feel less than who you are, by making you feel less powerful. And here's this Cavalier. So this does seem like it is maybe some kind of romantic partner. This can be a father figure of some kind, or maybe there's some kind of age difference between you, but it looks like it could be a romantic endeavor where someone was like this with you and you are looking at yourself differently now, and it's brought you to that place. This relationship has brought you to the place where you're breaking contracts, getting over situations, and rewriting your story, rewriting the way that you see yourself. You're balancing imbalances, and you're doing that with energetic work, light downloads. It's like being your own best friend. Let's take a look at this. especially now that we've got this King of Pentacles reversed. Here we have the Justice reversed. So interestingly, Cancer's reading just had Justice in the exact same place with a different deck, but it was righted. So check that one out if you have any Cancer placements. But Pisces, here's injustice happening, or injustice that has occurred. Your higher self is talking about something unjust, something that was not fair, and also something that wasn't balanced. So there's been this imbalance, and it's been super heavy. It's been super like full of burdens and heaviness and upset that you've taken on yourself that nobody's been helping you out with. So let's take a look at that. So here we have the lilies. This is something that's been going on for a long time. Here's the King of Swords up here too. So here's some aloofness, maybe some non-communication or some harsh communication or like sporadic communication, but this is something that's been happening for a long time or happened a long time ago and very burdensome. Let's take a look at that. And here's the lady, here's the Queen of Swords. Also the Ace of Swords. This is somebody coming with the truth, and it's coming with the truth. Okay, and I feel like this is your energy. This is feminine energy, so it's something that has been going on internally, something that's been going on within you. So the truth that's coming has to do with what you have been mulling over in your own mind, not necessarily talking with other people about. You've got some kind of information that's coming forward about this injustice, Pisces. Here's a Ten of Pentacles, and it's like release the idea that this has been fully recognized, this Ten of Pentacles, that legacy has been recognized, that family dynamics, group dynamics have been sound. Release the idea that this is, I get the feeling that somebody felt like something was the right thing to do, or they knew it wasn't the right thing to do, but they didn't care. But there's some kind of information about perhaps family legacy that was kept from you. Some kind of information or some kind of resources have been kept from you, Pisces. And I also feel like this is a burden that others gave to you. I feel like people are talking smack, Pisces, but they didn't have the whole story. They were assuming. You know what I'm getting here? There's some scapegoat energy here. Somebody was passing you off like you were a problem, and they kept information from you. And that wasn't the case. You were not the problem. Yeah, this is somebody else. This is somebody else. Not saying kind words about you, Pisces. But you can release that because there's some kind of truth that's coming in. And you're going to find out maybe who's been talking. Maybe you already know. But you're going to find out something's going to happen where justice, whatever was not told, will be told. Here's the Three of Wands. There's some kind of, this is in your resistance. And the Three of Wands is about going forward, ships coming in. There's some kind of manifesting that you are resistant to. What's that about? And here we have the stork. So there's some kind of manifesting that you're resisting. The stork a lot of times is about migration. It's about cycles. It's about going away, but then coming back. And it has to do with cycles within self also. Again, with how you see yourself. When we go around that spiral, we come back around to the same thing, but we're up on a different layer or up on a different level, but we're coming back around to it again. And it seems like there's some kind of resistance to coming back around to whatever it is that this is. It might be something that you feel like you have left already in the past, and it's coming back around. and you're having to deal with it. But this feels very emotional, and it feels like that's why there's resistance to dealing with it. It feels very hurtful. Yeah. Let's take a look at past, present, and future. Here's the Five of Wands reversed. So what it actually looks like is you feel like maybe you release something. You let this burden go. You let this riffraff go, I want to say. But there's this arguing or fighting or conflict that you released in the past. And then here in present time, you're talking about starting a whole new chapter, changing everything, even celebrating a completely new chapter, a completely new place in life. Talk about a story. This is the old story. This is stepping into the new story. Totally stepping into the new story and celebrating it. Feeling celebrated. Where down here, you are not being celebrated. This is backstabbing type feeling down here, but now this energy has changed. Let's take a look at this Five of Wands that you've released. Wow. And here's the birch rod. So yeah, I mean, this is completely releasing programs that were, it's almost like childhood programs that were embedded in you that were not correct. There, you know, that scapegoat a lot of times is a childhood dynamic. It's just, this is something you've released that has nothing to do with you in present time. Let's take a look at the world. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Here's the world starting a new chapter, deading a past chapter. There's the coffin. It's like, yeah, done, over, filed. Three of Cups. Wow. I even hear a new lease on life, but this is a new, it's celebrating a new commitment. This can be a new commitment to self. It can be a new commitment to someone else. I'm not really seeing anyone here aside from this perhaps father figure, but also this could be a past relationship that was trying to gain control of you somehow. But this is in the past also. I mean, ultimately, this can be a new way of looking at that relationship, but I don't feel like necessarily that's it. But this is definitely celebrating. Talk about 2022, leaving some stuff behind, big stuff that you're just like, put it in the coffin and bury it. And then moving on and celebrating new life and new commitments, new healing. Oh, and this one wants to jump out. Wow. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Here's the Tower. Here is a huge freaking change. The Tower exploding. Blow you out of the water change that this looks like it's going to change your whole future. And what pops out of Lenormand but Crossroads? You are going to have to make a choice here, Pisces. There's some kind of choice that you need to make. And it's coming forward into the future. Here's happening now and into the near future. And this is you recognizing what's imbalanced and what is going to make you feel balanced. And then a little hop down the timeline here within the month. Here's the Tower, and this is you having to make a choice. This looks like a huge choice. Your advice is talking about the Star. This is hope. This is healing. This is your divine potential, your highest and your greatest good, your highest and your greatest potential. This is also the Wish card. So what your advice is saying when it comes to making this choice is make the choice. What is your wish? What is your desire? What is your wish? Oh my gosh. What makes you feel magical? This is also talking about having to walk away from one thing in order to make your wish come true. You can't do both. You have to choose one path. Ooh, Pisces. Okay, I want to pull from Messages of Love Oracle just to get some information from your guides around what is going on here. awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Wow. And again, I feel like this is you seeing your whole situation in a different way. Patience, everything will unfold in divine timing. This information that's coming, it doesn't look like you need to do anything in order for it to come to you. Somebody's coming with that, ooh, second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. This might be the information that someone is coming forward with. Okay, I'm getting this too. I do feel like whoever is coming forward with this information, they're asking you for something. They want something from you. In order for whatever it is that the information is to get to you, or whatever the resource is that's coming to you, you do not need to necessarily do anything for this person who's coming to you with the information. However, I feel like they are going to ask you for something. I'm going to pull one more. Oh, this is about raising your frequency. Play hard. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other or yourself. But this is about the big picture. Raise your frequency. Figure out what it is that you want. Be your own best friend. Do what's right for you right now. What makes sense for you. There's something about not needing to. Don't feel guilt and shame because you have PTSD from this experience or this person in the past who's trying to make you feel bad about yourself in order to control you. You need to figure out what is going to make you the happiest, the healthiest, what's going to end up balancing you, because this imbalance has happened based on things that have happened to you in your past. This needs to be righted. And this is coming in with the energy of writing that. I want to look at some energy that you don't see coming. Kind of sounds like there's already energy that you don't see coming. This information or this person coming forward. Let's check it out. Information that you don't see coming this month, Pisces. Yeah, message of concern. I feel like someone is definitely coming in to tell you something. I want to say this too. It might be a message of concern, but it might be a message of their concern. They're asking you for something, but you don't have to give it to them in order to get what is coming to you from this situation. And it does look like this is something that someone has been thinking about for a while. They've been thinking about it for a while. Here's family room. So it's like, this is about a safe place to like, you have to feel safe in order to receive this message. They have to feel safe in order to receive this message. This can be family that you haven't talked to in a long time, or friends who feel like family, people that you know like family. Oh, wow. Courthouse. Yeah. These could actually be papers that you need to sign, deeds, or they might ask you to sign something. Just know that you have a choice. Know that you have a choice. This could have to do with a will. I actually was looking at this and it looks like a place, like a parlor where you might have a wake. I will say this though, I feel like whatever this is, this has happened a really long time ago, and there's new information that's coming forward right now, or there's some kind of shift that's coming forward right now. I'm not seeing a wake happening now. I'm seeing information coming from perhaps a will that's been sitting there for a while for some reason. Okay, let's take a look at Moonology cards for you, Pisces. Moonology, what do your angels and guides want to tell you about January? 2022. It's time to release negativity. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's a huge vibrating car outside and it's vibrating everything in here. And I feel like that's coming back to raising your frequency. There's some kind of really intense vibration that's coming in, and you do not have to succumb to this negative vibration, whatever it is. Nothing will come of this situation. I feel like this again is somebody's asking you for something and you do not have to respond if you don't want to. It's not like I scratch your back, you scratch mine, or I'm doing you a favor. It's not that. This is something that feels like it was owed to you or written to you or something like that. So you don't have to do anything for this. And you don't have to do anyone any favors if you don't want to. You and your loved ones are safe. This definitely feels like there's some family stuff involved here. There's actually another card here. Bring love into the situation. Okay, I want to say that get in touch with saying yes and no neutrally. So bring love into the situation. It doesn't mean that you have to people please. You can say yes or you can say no. Just make sure that you are saying it because it is what it is. Yes, that's possible for me. I can do that. Or no, it's not possible for me. I'm not doing that. And it doesn't have to be charged. It doesn't have to be a charged response. That's what I have for you, Pisces. I was about to call you Cancer. So here's Cancer, here's Scorpio. There's a lot of water here. Have a wonderful new year. Let me know how this resonated, and I will be back in a couple of days. Bye, Pisces.